You can also create and or add your own content, and this is going to be from the educator dashboard. So if you're going to create and add your own content, this is something you want to do under the educator dashboard or using your teacher hat, essentially. And what you'll see is there's different types of content that you can create. You can also upload content to your educator dashboard, and it will be available just to you within your own sort of private library, if you will. So if you have a video clip, perhaps you videoed yourself doing some aspect of a lab, or if you have a particular document you want to upload for your students to have access to within LabXchange, an image, you can upload all of those things. You can also create your own pathway. You can also create assessments within the educator dashboard. So let's go ahead and look at what this looks like and how you interact with it. So your dashboard, this is something that as a teacher you will see. As a student, it will look a little different. So here you can see I can toggle between educator and learner. So I'm going to go over to learner real quick so you see what your students see. So it looks very much the same for the learner versus the educator until you start populating your own stuff. In here is where you can do things like add content and all of that fun stuff. So you can search here within your own private library. So anything you've favorited that shows up here. So for example, if I go to my favorites, I've only got 22 favorites, but let's say I had 65, right? I could refine what's showing up just in my favorites out of the ones that I have favorited. So you can search the whole library by going to the library, or you can search within your favorites if you go into your dashboard. This is also where your classes will be set up. You can see I have 2 different classes here that I have set up, some of which you'll see later. And then the mentee-mentor function that we may talk about at the end. If I go back to my content, if I want to add content, it's really simple. Click a button, click what type of thing you're going to add. If you're adding video, image, it's just going to ask you to upload something. But let's say I want to add an assessment. There's a couple different options. It's not, the end all be all. It's not designed to be an assessment platform, but you can do a few simple types of assessments. So multi-select, as in pick more than one box, single select, as in A, B, C, or D, and short answer, short answer. So if I select short answer, I can give it a title, a description, a question. I can add images. This should look very familiar. It's very much like doing a Google Doc or something like that. I can tell it what is the correct answer, what is the incorrect answer. So I have some reference stuff for myself. There's some more advanced options about scoring that can be helpful if you're doing some sort of multiple choice or multi-check boxes. So there's different options. You can upload an image, you can tag it. You do have to agree to their terms of service and privacy. It's not made public. It's not like everybody can get into your assessments when you publish it, but it is something where LabXchange has the rights to look at your stuff.
One other option for creating content on LabXchange is to copy or clone a previously existing pathway. To do this, click on the pathway in question, click the triple dots in the upper right-hand corner, and then push Clone. You can't modify someone else's pathways, but this creates a new copy that you can modify. You can add, move, or delete any assets that you want, and you can also change the name of the pathway to suit your learner's needs. Remember to save any changes that you've made to your version of this pathway. Once you've saved it, this new pathway will appear in your dashboard.